everyone. So this lesson is on teaching the wise man and not a scorner or a scoffer. Basically wasting your time with somebody that doesn't want to learn. So we're going to get into it. We're starting with this one here, the Proverbs.
This is out of the book, Proverbs 9 and 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee.
Stop right there. So you have brothers that come up to the camp in sincerity and ask questions, general questions, that just don't have the life skills, so it may come off a little brash. Nobody's talking about them being a scoffer or a scorner. You got people that come up here, let's say, they'll have a couple sincere questions, but behind it is malicious intent. They're here literally just to scorn or scoff. They have a premeditated idea of what they're going to do. Our job is not to teach them after a certain point. Of course, everybody's got to get their lesson. Everybody's got to get their meat. But at the end of the day, we're here for the wise men, the ones that seek out wisdom. I'm not one to put an opinion on it. But if it were up to me, you could smell a scoffer a mile away. But at the end of the day, that's way up on my pay grade. I don't know that. So I gotta wash my hands. I gotta do my work. But if it comes to the point where you got a brother that's down on the corner that has sincere questions, and you got some other dude that's just over here bucking up, has no scripts to back up his claim, isn't asking any questions anymore, there's no point in trying to teach him when you have somebody that's actually seeking out wisdom. All right, you want to get that Psalms 141 5?
This is Psalms 141, verse 5. Let the righteous smite me, if shall be a kindness.
All right, let's start right there. So that reproof that you're giving to that person seeking wisdom, to them it's kindness. It's like when you're fucking up, you don't know it, and someone just comes up and says, "Hey man, stop doing that. You're fucking up." You would think that a lot of people would treat that as a kindness. Only somebody that's trying to get better would say thank you for that. Most people, like a true scoffer or scorner, is fucking up because they don't want to do better. They're just gonna keep fucking up. Maybe you'll acknowledge it, that's what they want, the attention, but they don't want the reproof. They don't want the knowledge or the wisdom that comes with the lesson. But a wise man says, "Oh, thank you, sir. 40 lashes for going off. Thank you, I fucked up."
And let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head.
So that right there, that reproof, is what keeps a brother going that's searching for this knowledge is truth. It's a wise man seeking after wisdom. So I'm not going to come into the camp, ask questions, and then don't get any answers. That's not giving me any oil for my lamp. I can't light my way with no oil. So this is what this wisdom is. It's oil for the wise man. It lights his way upon his path of righteousness, if he so chooses to walk that path.
This is out of the book Sirach 21, and I'm going to start on 14. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. So, yeah, like this brother was saying, you get a fool or a scoffer, he ain't gonna learn, he ain't gonna, no matter how much you try to fill him milk, yeah, it's just gonna be coming out of those cracks, man. So, it wasn't for him. Going down to verse 15. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add on to it. But as soon as one of the no understanding, Slakia, heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back. So when he hears this beautiful music that we're bringing out today, he'll throw it around his back, just like that.
Yeah, small on the face. Walking by, hey guys.
Throw it around their back.
Exactly, it's in one ear and out the other. It's like a teacher used to say, when you're not paying attention, you just got a blank stare on your face. quit your daydreaming, or listen with both ears. Because you really have some people that will come up, listen like this, oh yeah, then pass their time away. And that's how you know it's in one ear, out the other. The milk is leaking right there. Their vessel can't hold it. It's not for them. But continuing on, is that it on that, Mark?
Yeah, that was it.
Do you have any more on that, Psalms?
Yeah, 5. Oh yeah, I'm up 6. Oh no. For yet my prayers also shall be in their calamities.
Fine. So we pray upon the destruction of these scoffers, and when it comes time for not only Jacob's trouble but the destruction of this kingdom, going down along with them is going to be those same scoffers that just threw it over their shoulder. Mm-hmm. We're literally telling people America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. There's going to be famine, pestilence, the dollar's going to collapse, this economy's over, but yet you'll have people go by and laugh. Like, that's some serious shit. We're telling you, you don't have any security in this world that you literally banked your whole life on. We're giving you the full truth, and yet you say, ah, ha, 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 that's a funny joke. They must be putting on a play. Well, it's going to be real funny when you're like that, it's like that new picture going around where there's a dude fossilized because he was beating his meat when Vesuvius erupted. You're going to be just like that, caught with your pants down. You're like, right as that blast, you see that flash of light, you just like that. Just because you wouldn't listen. And it doesn't take that much effort to listen. You'll go out there, work 12-hour shifts just to get $1. But yet all we ask is for a little bit of time and an ear to hear. And you think that's too much work on your end. That's how you know it's not for you. This truth is not for everybody. It's a lot to take in. It's like they say you gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta walk before you run. You got people that are just trying to hit the ground running. They don't even have their legs under their feet. So it just looks awkward, just wobbling and falling everywhere they go. But that's how a scoffer is. They're gonna try to run through life not knowing how to crawl. So all you're gonna get is this nasty picture of somebody wobbling down the street and you keep falling. And they don't want to help themselves. But hey, the Most High has something for their ass. And don't remember. Hey, can you grab that Sirach 18, 19 quick? God. And go all the way to 21.
Alrighty. This is Sirach chapter 18, verse 19. Learn before thou speak, use physique, or ever thou be sick.
All right. I personally used to have a problem with this. Talking before you think. Saying words before you can even hear somebody finish a thought. A lot of things in life you need to learn before you do. Like, let's say cooking an egg. It's simple enough, not that you know how to do it, but when you first learned, did you know how to crack an egg into the bowls where you don't spill the yolk or the whites? Exactly. You probably got some eggshells in there. Did you know how to season it perfectly to your liking, or did you maybe over-season or under-season it? And we're just talking about cooking an egg. You had to learn before you could cook the egg right. Just like the egg, this truth, you gotta learn. And it's not like you're starting from the meat. The dark parables, you gotta learn the milk. Hosea 4 and 6. You gotta learn Revelation 1 and 13. You gotta learn just the basics. And that's just speaking on myself. It's not the same for everybody. Not everybody has the same pace. You got brothers out there that are gonna spend 5 years in this truth that are still just getting the milk, like just getting the milk, which is fine. As long as you're trying, you're doing your hardest. But then again, you got brothers in this truth for 3 years that are just doing milk because they don't want to go past. They don't want to eat bread. They don't want to eat meat. They're getting full off of milk, and it's not really the truth. So you need to learn before you start doing this stuff. Learn before you start saying, oh, I know it all. Learn what you're actually talking about. All right, you want to continue on that?
God. Before judgment, examine thyself. In the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy.
All right. So before you go out and cast judgment, look inward. Because you can't cast an outward vision without having an inward first. I can't say all people that smoke weed ever in their life are damned. Because I smoked weed in my life. That's called a hypocrite. I'll be a Pharisee. If you ever touch a joint, you ever hit the bowl, it's done for you. You're going to hell. That's what a hypocrite would do. So I have to look at myself first. And first, am I clean of all sins? Am I clean of at least the sins that I'm trying to cast judgment on?
Cast the mote out your own eye.
There you go. I'm not going to look at a brother with a beam in my eye before I can cast my own sins out of mine. I'm not gonna judge anybody before I judge myself.
Humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sins show repentance.
So that goes with looking at yourself, judging yourself before you judge others. It takes humility to judge yourself, to actually say, I fucked up. I didn't know it all. That takes a humble spirit. Because most likely the reason you were doing it is because you thought you knew it all. There's a reason why the so-called white man split the atom. Because he thought he knew how to control it until he did it. So what's the for lack of a better word, fallout from that? You have nuclear contamination, which goes unchecked for hundreds of years. So the person that actually dropped the bomb is long dead before the contamination's even done with. You have destruction and mutation of life forms around that general area. How are you gonna fix that up? You have all these consequences because you didn't know. You thought you knew, but you didn't know. You didn't humble yourself to receive more knowledge. You said, okay, we know how to split the atom, that's it. What the brother Yaquar Kwan from GMS London says, did you ever think about putting it back together after it was split? Because you can do that if you know how. The Lord did it. So the Lord apparently split an atom, and according to Esau, the Big Bang, the Lord split an atom and formed the entire universe. So how come it's still not destroying itself? Something had to put it back together, according to Esau. So why would he only go halfway? Because he thought he knew. He had that pride, that pride of the Most High. Whoa, I got destruction in my hands, but do you have construction? You can bring death, but can you bring life? And that's what they're trying to do now with this Russian head transplant. They got a paraplegic who's good above the neck, and they're gonna try to transplant his neck over to a dead body, literally bringing life to that dead body, trying to be the Most High, because they think they know. It's all pride. That's all that is. So humble yourself before you end up like the devil. Is there more on that?
Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not until death to be justified.
That one, I mean, to me, self-explanatory, but just to put it in layman's terms, you got people that'll literally wait till their deathbed, their dying breath. I should have never done that. I was wicked. If I could just go back. When the Lord's telling you, you can do it now. You don't know when you're gonna die. So why wait until death to change your life? Why would you wait?
Did that.
Huh? And what did that get him? A painful death. Thinking about all the things he could have done, when you could have done them when you were alive. The Lord's giving you the life to do what's right. He's giving you time to do what's right. It's up to you to actually seize that opportunity. He's not gonna. It's like a parent putting a child on a bike. You're not gonna walk them the entire way, but you're gonna at least push them a bit. But eventually, you're gonna let go. And if they can ride, they can ride. But sometimes that child has to fall down a couple times before they learn. The same way with this truth. The Lord's he's gonna put you on the bike. He's gonna give you a little push. But after that, you gotta start pedaling. It's not gonna be downhill everywhere. Sometimes you gotta go uphill. There's gonna be some curves every now and then. There's gonna be a pothole in the road that you can't avoid. But the Lord's not gonna be behind you just running the entire way. waiting to pick you up off that bike, he's gonna let you fall. Scrape your knee a bit, get a concussion. But it's up to you to get back up. It's not the Lord that's gonna pick you back up. He's just the one giving you the first push. Are you gonna grow? Are you gonna strengthen yourself? Or are you just gonna rely off that first push to get you where you need to go? All right, is that it on that? Sirach? Could you grab Sirach 19:6 for me?
Sirach 19:6.
Fine. And I believe it's 33:2. Should be on Sirach 33. Fine, 33.
So 19:6, right?
Yeah, Sirach 33:2.
This is out of the book Sirach 19, verse 6. He that can ruleth his tongue shall live without strife, and he that hateth babbling shall have less evil.
So that's another quality of a good old-fashioned scorner or scoffer. A person that just likes to talk, doesn't really have any information for you, but they'll talk a lot. They'll talk your ear off. Really, they're babbling. So what it's saying is, if you can control this, your mouth, you'll be better off than one of those people that's just gonna keep babbling on and babbling on and blah, blah, blah. They're just gonna sound like that. Blah, 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 blah. If you can control this, and by controlling it, it's not saying hold your tongue, but think of what you say. That's control of your tongue. Mastery, even. Think about what you're saying. Choose your words correctly. Structure your sentence to where a person that you're talking to can understand your thoughts that you're trying to convey. That's control of your tongue. Versus going off emotion and saying, well, I think, this and that, blah, 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 well, you're wrong, blah, 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 blah. That's not control of your tongue. You're just spouting out words. You're going off emotion. You're babbling.
That's like unlearnable right there.
It really is.
Because when you got to teach somebody, you know, that person that's getting taught, they can't just say, oh, you know, I think I can do it, you know, I already know how to do it, you know, trying to put, say, for instance, working on a car.
Yeah, you got to change the oil filter. Checklist 2 is for the grass is green. Wait, look at the sky. It's raining right now. Did you get what you needed to do the first time?
No. That was the way of learning. You got to be quiet. And you got to observe. You know, you got to observe and then, you know, study yourself and study for your own self. You know, and then from there, that's how you're gonna be able to learn. But that's if the Lord's giving you the spirit of being humble, being willing to learn. Man.
Saying that you don't know for a change versus, oh, I think I know.
That's the thing with these, you know, younger kids today. They right away say that, oh, I already know. No, you don't know. You gotta be quiet. And let me show you how it is. You know.
Well, that's the problem nowadays. You got the problem with today's generation is the internet. Before it used to be, I don't know. I'm going to go to. Well, let's take a bet. I don't know. Let me read on it. Let me go to a library or get some literature and read upon it. Before then, I don't know. Let me go to the person who actually is an expert at this or has spent their life doing this and ask them how to do it. Before then, I don't know. Let me learn by trial and error. Nowadays, you have all of that skipped. And what we replace trial and error, experience, and knowledge with is the click of a button. And it's not even factual half the time. You'll have somebody go up and say, oh, I don't know where babies come from. Google, where do babies come from? And you can find a fake article that says, oh, well, when a man ejaculates in a cup, and then somebody takes that ejaculate out the cup and injects it into an egg, and then puts it in the mommy, that's how babies are born. And that's all they ever read. That's all they're gonna know. But that's the children of today. They're gonna read one thing because everything's gotta be now, and everything's getting pushed to where it's the next thing. It's the next thing. I gotta be the next one, or I gotta be first up to be the next. So what they're gonna shorten their attention span, shorten down all the information they think they need, and go with that. So more likely than not, you're gonna get these children nowadays that get false information. They hear it one time, that's all they need. You can't even give them a second chance. It's 2 + 1 = 8. Oh, they said it one time, it's gotta be 8. When literally, they have an older brother that learned 2 + 1 = 3, and they won't listen to shit. You're old, your generation sucks. It's gotta be a competition. That's the problem with today's generation. Everybody wants it now. Everybody wants it fresh. It's got to be the newest, freshest, and it's a competition. So nobody wants to take the time to actually do the right thing, because everybody's got to be the fastest. All right,
Keep going on that?
no, that's it. It was at the end of 6.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it on that. Do you have anything to add?
No. I'm looking for this one
Could you
section.
grab that 33 too?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 33, verse 2. A wise man hateth not the law, but he that is an hypocrite therein is as an ship in a storm.
I'll start right there. So a wise man doesn't hate the Most High's word. It's not talking about the law of the land. It's talking about the law of the Lord. A wise man doesn't hate not eating pork. He doesn't go, I can't eat bacon, man. Oh, but I was going to get the Baconator today. You telling me I can't have it no more? A wise man doesn't say, I can't have crab no more. The cookout, the family weekend cookout. You tell me I can't go to that? No one said you can't go to that cookout. Don't eat abominable foods. It's not that hard. But then you got, I'm gonna even say stop, you got 2/3, you got heathens. Basically, that's really what they are. You got heathens that will literally give you flack against the law. You're telling me I gotta love my brother? But he stole $100 from me 3 years ago. I can't love him. Well, really, that's over with. He probably already paid you back 2 years ago. But you just didn't realize it because you're so focused on that $100. Or you're telling me I can't pop another man's wife? But she's throwing it at me. I mean, players gotta play. They'll come up with every excuse not to follow the law. But a wise man does not hate the law. But what he does hate is that hypocrite that says, I love the law. And when everybody's gone, we're like, I love the law, but I love me some bacon. I love me some shrimp, baby. And I got Marquise's wife on the phone now. That's what a heathen would do. That's what a hypocrite would do. That's what these Pharisees used to do, and to this day are still doing. You got these so-called leaders of other camps that want to tell you not to pop another man's wife, but at the same time will have someone else's wife in the camp directly in their chambers. You got other camps that have been caught literally not obeying the law that you must keep a full beard. Now I know my beard is not full because I had to shave for work, and honestly, to my knowledge, I don't work there anymore. So you can see it's starting to go back out again. I try to keep the laws to the best of my ability, but that's not a problem for me. I don't want to tell somebody, don't shave your beard. I'm over here just getting that fresh edge up. Gotta get the line up too, because that makes me a hypocrite. I say I love the law, but I can't even follow it. You want to continue on that?
A man of understanding trusteth in the law, and the law is faithful unto him as an oracle.
So, just like you said, there shouldn't be an issue with a wise man having trust in this law, because this law is basically, it's like a fortune teller in your pocket. It's like it's saying, don't eat swine. Well, what's the fortune behind that? Well, if you eat this swine, you're subject to trichinosis, yellow fever, all kinds of diseases that you're only gonna get from eating pig. Doesn't matter how hot you cook it, if you fry it, boil it, doesn't matter. You can get into specifics, but the Lord said don't eat it. But that's the fortune behind it. That's the oracle. Don't eat it, you'll have prolonged life. if you really want to go into the future telling it, these laws are here to prolong life. But if you go against these laws, these words that the Most High put for us, that's the definition of sinning. Transgression of the law. And the wages of sin is death. That's why there's not a man today, except for one, who is Yahweh Shai, that has beat death. And if you want to count Lazarus, you can count Lazarus as well. But there's not a man alive. Ain't no Mahatma Gandhi, ain't no Mother Teresa, no Martin Luther King, no Marcus Garvey. None of these humanitarians have ever beat death. And there's a reason why. Because they're all sinners. We're all born sinners. You don't have to come out the world saying, I'm popping another man's wife. But the Lord already knows, as soon as you're born into this flesh, you're destined for a life of sin. Doesn't matter how you're raised. You can be raised in the most, those Amish communities, where they abide by the laws until they have this little, it's like Ruckenstein or something, where you're 16 and they get to go out into the world for a week. What do you think they do for that week? They forget about all the order.
Yeah, I used to know this kid that used to be in my class, and he was the worst one.
Yeah, there's back when I was in high school, there's a high school called Paraclete. They were the Catholic high school, the Spirits. Paraclete was the school you went to if you wanted the hard drugs. If you wanted some E, you wanted some acid, some shrooms, you called the Paraclete kid. The so-called Catholic school, the one where everybody's a saint, the Spirits, you go there to get the hardcore drugs. Why is that? Because it's a front. That goes back to those hypocrites. Oh, I'm going to say that I'm for the Lord. Oh, sin is bad. But yet, when they're actually doing the sin, do they repent? Do they even show remorse? Fuck that. Be like, hey, my man, you want some more again? It's not even a conversation at that point. It's, I got something I'm trying to give to you. Do you want it? And that's how most of these Catholic, these Christians are, these Hamitic, whatever phony-ass religion you want to toss out there. That's how they all are. They want to smile in your face, oh, happy day in the church on Sunday, and then on Monday, I'm going to go pop your wife. Or on Tuesday, I'm going to go steal from the charity fund. Or on Wednesday, I'm going to go buy me a new Bentley. This one has got the features that the last year model didn't have that I wanted. That's what's going on today. These hypocrites are the ones you guys are going off of. You guys are basing all your faith, putting all your trust in a hypocrite. When they're the ones literally doing the stuff they're telling you not to do, and saying, if you dare do what I'm doing, but you don't know they're doing it, but if you do what I'm doing, you're going to hell for it. How about that? And I'm going to keep doing it. But yet you guys will rely more on them than on somebody that's admitting their faults, saying they're trying to get better and trying to get you better. You'd rather cast that person aside than the one that's lying in your face and quite literally stabbing you in the back at the same time. And you're over here wondering, my back hurts today. Hey, pastor, how you doing? And he's literally got the knife, he's walking with you with the knife in the back. You're just over, damn, every time I'm around you, it's something, but it can't be you. I got some demons I gotta get rid of. When it's really him who's got all the demons on him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's our people.
Just like that devil, man.
Just like
Walk
that.
around with the cross around your neck.
You got bed winches now. That's the big thing. Is bed winches. You got so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women saying, well, shit, he don't conquer the world, so he gonna conquer this pussy right here.
Yeah. Speaking of which.
When really, all you do is get with him for his estate. I'm not even gonna say money. You do it for the estate. If he has wealth in a business, but he travels a lot, he doesn't have a home, that's your wealth, according to you. If he's got, let's say, a big-ass farm, because you got females that marry dudes for the dumbest reasons. Oh, shit, girl, he drives a coupe. So? It's more spacious than a bus, but you're worried about a coupe. Oh, shit, girl, he always has 1,000 in his pocket. Well, what does he have in his bank account? Is he living lavish, or does he just carry $1,000 around on pressure?